Now Darren Farwell of the Farwell Group joins us so we can learn more about estate planning and investing for our future tax efficiently. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, Marilyn. Particularly feeling very good this morning because, well, the weather's been great and my kids are healthy. That's always important. But there has been some good news for investors over the last few weeks as stock markets in Canada and the U.S. have shown signs of life and moved up sharply. And so did the bond market, by the way. It's about time. Nonetheless, up to now, it has been a bumpy ride for investors year to date. So I've always suggested that you take opportunities like this to pay a little less attention to short-term returns in the stock market and focus on long-term wealth protection. And in fact, we are getting a lot of questions from listeners about estate planning, legacy planning, and in general, how to tax effectively transfer your wealth from one generation to the next. That's estate planning. And it is important because at the end of your days, your estate, your wealth will get passed on, and it's only going to one of three places: CRA, Canada Revenue; number two, your family or beneficiaries; or number three, charity. That's it. It's only going to one of those three places. I mean, of course, you can have some percentage going to each, but that decision about where the money in your estate will go, the choice is all yours, and it's about planning. And one of the planning strategies that's getting more and more attention these days are trusts, and in particular, the alter ego trust and the joint partner trust. At the Farwell Group, we don't care just about your money. We care about you and those people and causes that are important to you. That's why our exclusive wealth management process includes discussions about estate planning and financial advice in regard to estate strategies like alter ego trusts and spousal trusts. What's the difference between an alter ego trust and a spousal trust? With an alter ego trust created after 1999, only one person is entitled to all of the trust income and capital in their lifetime. One person. With a joint spousal trust, an individual and their spouse/common law partner, spouse, are both entitled to all of the trust income and capital in their lifetime. So you and your partner. What are the benefits of a trust in the first place, whether it's alter ego or spousal? Number one, you can avoid probate fees. The trust doesn't flow through your estate, therefore you don't have probate fees. Number two, you reduce delays. Again, because the trust doesn't flow through your estate, you don't have the delays that come with probate and executing on an estate. Number three, for spousal trusts, you ensure continuity and liquidity. One of you passes on, the trust just continues in the name of the other. Number four, you preserve privacy. A will, because it goes through probate, is actually public domain. So people can get information about a probated will. Not so with the trust, or certainly not so easily. Number five, there's less chance of litigation. It's much harder to challenge through the courts what's in a trust. And number six, it replaces a power of attorney. A trust agreement can continue after your death. Power of attorney does not. Let me add another one. A trust agreement offers the person who set up the trust protection against being unduly influenced by family or friends. Make no mistake, trusts are more sophisticated and complex strategies, so getting professional, expert financial advice for your personal situation is critical. Effective estate planning requires proactive, intentional action to find the right financial advice for you and those you care about. And when Brenda's husband passed away suddenly after 35 years of marriage, Brenda was relieved they had done the work in advance to set up a spousal trust. In fact, Brenda now speaks to all of her friends about all 7 of the advantages of her spousal trust because, in her words, so much of the financial burden was taken off my shoulders. So be proactive. Get professional financial advice about your estate and estate planning. Call me to set up a meeting. Visit the resources page of our website, thefarwellgroup.ca, or feel free to call or email and ask for our Guide to Estate Planning booklet.
So every step we take has consequences. And when we take a first step to understand what will happen to our estate when we pass, we can assure avoiding at least 7 problems that you listed, Darren. So if someone wants to speak to you, your number is 416-863-7501. And obviously a second opinion can't hurt. But if you're listening to this and you want to understand what to do before you actually make some changes, then call Darren, the Farwell Group, and they'll explain it to you and probably share information and literature with you so that when you do take a first step in a new direction, it won't be one that you stumble and fall with. Darren, thank you for that information. I've written it down. I'm going to put it on the website next to your name and sponsor expert list this week so people can use that as a jumping off point to connect with you.
Well, you're welcome, Marilyn, and I really encourage listeners from a woman's perspective, please feel free to call. We're happy to share information. That's all. If you'd like some information, we're more than glad to send it off to you either by email or hard copy.
Thank you, Darren. As always, you're a fount of information and you're always informative, so I enjoy starting the show with you each week, and I'll speak to you again next week. The Farwell Group, 416-863-7501. Take steps to protect your assets and know that your estate has been put in the right direction with good advice. Thanks again, Darren.
Thank you, Marilyn. All the best. Bye for now.